We are going to continue our work in solving multi-step equations today. Take a look at number 1. Your first step should always be to draw a line at the equal sign. If you don't know that, perhaps take notes on the side of the paper that say, Step 1, split at equal sign. Step 2, combine like terms remember to distribute if needed. So, when I come back over here, I need to distribute before I can determine if I can combine like terms. My 153, there's nothing I can do there, so it just hangs out. I take negative 3 times 8x to get negative 24x, and negative 3 times negative 9 to get a positive 9. Another reminder, if you're not quite certain on your negatives and positives, use a calculator. Circle what you're solving for. I have that plus 9 hanging out outside the circle. I need to move everything on the same side as the circle, so that plus 9 moves by subtracting 9 on both sides. 153 minus 9 is 144 equals negative 24x, and 9 minus 9 should give you 0. Then I'm going to go right back, circle what I'm solving for. How do I get rid of a negative 24 times x? I divide by negative 24. Divide by negative 24. And x equals negative 6. And I'm done. Take a look at number 2. Number 2 is a bit more challenging, but I do the same exact steps. I begin by splitting it at the equal sign. This 10 minus 3x, I can't do anything with it because there's nothing over there to combine with it, so I know I'm going to have to use math, so I'm just going to do this for now. Over here, there's a lot of stuff over here, and I bet you I can combine it. But since I have these parentheses first, those have to go away before I can combine like terms. So I'm going to start with negative 2 times x, which is a negative 2x, and negative 2 times 5, which is a negative 10. My negative 6 right here gets dropped down. Now that I'm here, I can determine what I can combine. Again, nothing over here can combine yet. I have an x term right there, so he is going to come down here. He's gone. Now I have negative 6 minus 10. My signs are the same, so I add the numbers to get 16, and then I bring down the negative sign. Now it's time to pick a side. I always like to solve for the left, so I'm going to circle that x term, which means this x term has to move over there. The only way to do that is by adding or subtracting. Since it is a negative 2x, I'm going to add 2x to both sides. That brings down my negative 10. Negative 3 plus 2 still leaves me with a negative 1x. Negative 2 plus 2 is 0. And I bring down the 16. Circling what I'm solving for. Negative 10 has to move. I do so by adding 10 to both sides. Negative 10 plus 10 is 0, so I bring down my negative 1x. Negative 16 plus 10 is a negative 6. Now we haven't had this yet, so this is maybe a new little spot. When I circle what I'm solving for, I don't have a positive 1 inside of there, and it needs to be. So I have to divide by negative 1, divide by negative 1. x equals a positive 6. Take a look at number 3. I'm going to do the same thing. Split it at the equal sign. Then it says to combine like terms. So I notice on this side I have a whole bunch of business, and I want to make it as simple as possible for me. So I start with my n. I have one n term. So that is how I begin my next phase. It's gone, so I just read it across. What's 1 plus 5 plus 3? 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 3 is 9. So I can simplify all that to say that. And then I got to bring down this because I can't combine anything there. I want to get all my n's on this side. So how do I get a positive n to walk across the equal sign? I subtract n from both sides. 5n minus n leaves me with 4 plus 9 equals 5. Circling what I'm solving for, I got to get rid of positive 9, so I'm going to subtract 9 from both sides. I am left with 4n equals negative 4, divided by 4, divided by 4, and n equals negative 1. Alright, number 4. We're going to start moving a little quicker because I don't want to run out of time. So I'm going to go ahead and drop my line here. I'm going to start with my distributive property. So negative 4 times 1 is negative 4. Negative 4 times negative 8 is a positive 32x. I'm going to bring down my negative 3 over here, and all that's going to equal 89. I need to combine like terms. I notice these two things right here can smoosh together. Neither one of them have a variable. So negative 3 minus 4 is negative 7. I don't have anything to combine with my 32x. And I don't have anything to combine with my 89, so they get brought down. Circle what you're solving for. How do I make a negative 7 switch sides? By doing the opposite. So we're going to add 7 to both sides. So I have 32x equals 96. Again, circle what you're solving for. It helps keep your work straight. You're going to divide by 32, divide by 32, and x equals 3. Alright, last one I'm doing is number 5. I'm going to draw the line at my equal sign. I'm going to distribute. 8 times 4 is 32. It has an m attached, so my answer has an m attached. 8 times 7 is 56 equals 280. Circle what it is you're solving for. How do you get rid of 56? By subtracting it from both sides. So now I have 32m equals 224. Then I'm going to circle what I'm solving for. There's nothing else on that side of the equation, so I'm ready to divide by 32. Divide by 32, and m equals 7. Now the next several all involve you doing distributive property and then combining like terms. Please do them carefully. Use your calculator if needed. Come see me if you have questions.